Hey, hey, everybody. Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to Yvonne Latrell's podcast. I am the fabulous, awesome, wonderful, terrific, amazing, awesome. Did I say fantastic? Host, Yvonne Latrell. Host, Yvonne Latrell. Guys and dolls, remember, if you would like to advertise on the show or if you have a show idea, please log on to our website, www.yvonnelatrellpodcast.com, or you guys can text us at 305-204-3371, or you guys can contact us at 954-886-3543. Remember, at this particular time, I'm not allowing any guests on the show for right now. Guys, you all know how I am, so please forgive me on that. You can catch us every Wednesday on any of your audio streaming services. Today's show was sponsored by Tax Resource Center and 729 Trucking. And today's topic is you are showing your upbringing. How embarrassing. But before I get into that topic, I just want to say, guys, I'm back. I'm happy to be back. I had a great time, a amazing time. I went to the Dominican Republic, Grand Turks. I went to the Bahamas, but the Bahamas, I've been there a few times, so that's really nothing to brag about. But oh my gosh, I had a amazing time. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. And I figured that I was going to probably need, extra few days before I do the next show, which is today. So I am back. I am refreshed. Will there be a show next week? I think so. But remember to just continue logging on to the website, Yvonne Latrell podcast.com. And also, I'm on WordPress. Also, I think it's Yvonne Latrell WordPress. You know what? I'm not going to even say it because I don't know it by heart. I don't have it with me. I mean, it's somewhere. But either way, you guys can find me on any social media platforms at Yvonne Latrell or at Yvonne Latrell's podcast. Okay, so now again, today's topic is you are showing your upbringing. How embarrassing. And I don't have anything else to say, so I'm just going to basically get into the topic. Normally, I may have a little news or whatever that I would go over with you all, but I just, I didn't have, no, you don't know, but I didn't have time to, pick anything because I was busy doing a few other things as usual. So let me just go ahead and get into the show. Okay, so now today's show was inspired to me by Nino Brown. Some of you guys know him by Nino Brown or Nino Brown 305, who happens to be a social media personality. And he's also a motivational content creator. Oh my gosh. And just real quick, a few people told me that they had looked me up because I am a content creator. They went to the chat GPT, typed my name in. So like, oh my gosh, thank you guys for letting me know that because I went on chat GPT and I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, I'm on here. Yay. But anyway, so like I was saying, Nino Brown, he is a content creator, but he's a motivational content creator. And I believe I mentioned him on the show before. I believe I did. I do follow him, and I agree with a lot of topics that he put out. I I think all of his topics. I don't think there's been one topic that I had a disagreement with. Well, there was one I just thought about it, but that was with the um TD Jakes, the Puff Daddy and TD Jakes, because I'm into TD Jakes. For like the people that do know me, like I follow TD Jakes, I listen to him. I really definitely feel like he is really anointed by God. So, like, I'm the type of person, like, you guys can put out rumors, but if it's someone that I really feel like a strong connection with, like, I don't even care about how many people are saying it. It's like, no, I don't believe this. So I know some people do believe those rumors. I'm not going to get into those rumors because that's what it's not, because this show is not about those rumors, but that's the only thing that I disagreed with um on Nino Brown. But I really do like Nino Brown stuff, but I definitely feel like TD Jakes was not like heavily involved with P Diddy. But yeah, so everybody have their own beliefs. I'm definitely not a follower. I don't care. Like, again, like I said, I don't care who says what, who says, whatever. I'm definitely not a follower. I stand on my own. I'm a leader and I can stand alone and I'm okay with that. I'm not following anybody. So whatever. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. Um okay, so yeah, I definitely really l- I want to say I love Nino Brown, but I really like him. I just like his topics, like they are so on point. And again, this show right here was inspired by one of his topics. And the topic was about haters. So he said a lot of y'all, and now remember I'm speaking in general. So when I say y'all, like the people who are listening, I'm not talking to you guys. So, but he was like a lot of y'all don't see the problem with being a hater or with hating people because a lot of you all were raised that way. A lot of you were raised by haters. Your mom was a hater, your dad was a hater, your aunt was a hater, your grandmother could have been a messy hater as well. And I thought to myself, a lot of people are messy, a lot of people are trifling, a lot of people are racist and evil because they were raised that way. Now, here's the thing that we all know: a mom and a dad are supposed to love, protect, provide, and raise their kids correctly. Raise their kids with so much of love. But so many children are raised by nothing as parents. And I know that sounds like it sounds so wrong to say, about, somebody's mom is trifling or messy or whatever, but people be knowing that their moms ain't shit or their moms is trifling or, their dads ain't shit or whatever. But like I said, a parent is supposed to raise their child with a lot of love, but in a lot of cases, that's not so. But don't get me wrong, there are so many good parents, um, that really did a great job raising their kids, and they have some evil ass kids. So sometimes, people are just evil, regardless. I want to just say, I'm very grateful that I was raised, by two good people. I say this all the time. No family is perfect. My family was not perfect, but I was raised with so much of love. Like, I'm really a affectionate person, a loving person because I grew up, feeling so loved. I was always told, I love you. My mom, my dad, always got hugs, kisses, and I was always told I was pretty and that I was loved, so I felt it. So it's really inside of me. So I can't help but to, give it out to people who I feel that is worthy of it. Um but again, like I said, we can't always help how we were raised. But if you were raised by some evil ass people, eventually, you will see in life that everyone is not evil and everyone is not full of hate. If you are evil, if you are messy, and if you are full of hate, you should be embarrassed. You really should be embarrassed because, like I said, eventually you realize, okay, this is not a normal upbringing. This is not right. Just because, your daddy wasn't shit or your mom wasn't shit or whoever wasn't shit, they just raised you incorrectly. They raised you wrong. And when you know better, you do better. So if you are following your no good at mom or dad or whoever raised you, you should be embarrassed. Your upbringing is showing and you should be embarrassed. Go get some therapy. There's nothing wrong with counseling. There's nothing wrong with therapy. Go to church. Um and let a pastor, a priest, let a Bible study teacher pray them demons out of you. Get those embarrassing demons out of you. I don't, hey, let the choir, if you can't get to the pastor, go to the choir director, the usher, somebody in the church. I don't care. Like, have somebody pray over you, get them demons out of you, them evil spirits, the messy spirits, that trifling upbringing. Get that out of you. You should be embarrassed. It's not right, and just you need to do something about it. But regardless, like I just said, get those embarrassing demons out of you. It's so embarrassing, and no one is looking at you like you're cool. No one thinks, oh, you the man, or they don't think that you're it. You're not cool. You're a fool. They are looking at you like a fool, the fool that you are. Because, like I said, if you were raised by a trifling mother and now you have those trifling ways, then you are a fool. You are a idiot. You cannot help how you were raised. I definitely get it, but you can remove that evil seed that was planted inside of you. No one wants negative energy around them. So I once had a coworker that was so evil, mean spirited. Like, she was just full of hate and no one liked her. She was just always negative, the type that's rolling her eyes all the time, sucking her teeth. I just know none of the supervisors liked her. Like, no one liked her. I'm not sure if she knew. She probably did know. She probably didn't care, but I don't know if she knew as many people dislike her. Like, all of the people that dislike her, she probably maybe didn't know how many people really disliked her. I don't know if she knew or not, but she was really disliked. And you know, I'm not saying that you have to live your life for someone else, but come on, like, such of a dark cloud. Like, no, just bad energy, bad vibes. Oh my gosh, like, lady, no one likes you. Oh, you're evil. You're a bad vibe. Get away. Like, oh my gosh, get away. So I remember one day when she went on break, and a few of us, we were working at our desk. So her break was before ours. So when she was gone, oh my gosh, we had a good time. It was like, you know how, like, when you have an evil supervisor, a mean supervisor, a house nigger or whatever, it's like she was the house nigger. Because come on, you're a coworker like us, and we're happy that it's your lunch break. We were laughing, talking. Oh my gosh, we had a great time while she was away. Then when she came back, someone was like, "Oh my gosh, there she go, there she goes." So, um, after that, like, before she got over to where we were, everyone was acting like they were working. Like, we were so focused on our computers and work. Like, OMG, I'm so busy. I'm typing. Like, I don't have time to be playing games. Like, I don't have time to be playing these silly games with you coworkers. Like, I'm not here to laugh and all that. So, like, we were really acting like we were, like, really into our work, because she's just that type of person that you don't want to conversate with, because she's going to say something, it's going to piss you off. And she just fuck up the vibe. Don't be that person. Don't be a vibe fuck up. Like, if you want to be miserable, if you want to be trifling or whatever, or a dark cloud, stay home, stay by yourself, don't talk to anybody, don't call anybody. When you go to work, don't try to make up a conversation. No one wants to conversate with you. You're evil. Oh my gosh, you are a bad vibe. Stay away, stay away. Now, I don't like to talk about anyone's parent or whatever, but I did see a picture of her mom, and no lie, oh my gosh, her mom looked like she was so evil. Like, I'm looking at the picture and I'm looking in her eyes, you know, I know you can't judge a book by the cover, but sometimes, you can see a person through their eyes without them even speaking. And the eyes just looked at so evil. She looked at like a mean, miserable, evil, hateful woman. And she put all this hate in this girl. And like, I don't believe that she raised my ex coworker with love, because she's not a loving person. But anyways, she used to tell someone about her mom, and the person had told me, like, that her mom was actually a piece of work. She would, even though, she was a grown woman, she confided in one of my other coworkers, and just had all these complaints about the type of mother that she had, and it just totally makes sense. And my coworker, the one that I did like, she was like, I don't know why she's always telling me her business, but like, she's always telling me her business. And that particular coworker, like, she was cool, she was laid back. She's not the type of person that's going to like try to give anyone advice unless they ask for it. So, I guess she was basically like, oh wow, that's sad. But yeah, so from the good coworker, like I said, it seemed like the evil coworker was basically saying that her mom was a piece of work. And like I said, the picture of her mother definitely looked like a evil witch, and the coworker was definitely evil. Like, she was just definitely like a very, like I said, a mean spirited person. And you know, just because you was raised that way, come on, your upbringing is showing. Shake it off. Shake the devil off. Shake it off. Get it off of you, and get it away. Just go to church and shake it out there. So, um, you don't have to be a racist because you were raised by a racist. You don't have to be messy because you was raised by a messy parent, or maybe your mom was a messy ass whore that don't know your dad. And that is disturbing, to not know your dad. I don't know how that feels, to anybody out there that's listening that don't know your father. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that your mom was a whore and you don't know your dad. So you can't be mad at the world. You can be disappointed with your mom's action, but it's not your fault that you don't know him. And it's not your fault that your mom was a whore. She was a whore, but you don't have to be a whore she because your mom was a whore. You don't have to be just angry because some of your life may seem like it's missing if you don't know your dad. I mean, I know there's so many reasons that people can be angry and bitter just by their upbringing, but when you are old enough, you have to find a way to get past that, to release that. Like I said, you live and you learn, and you know right from wrong, so you can remove yourself from all of the wrong. Again, your mom, she could have been a whore, your dad wasn't in your life, or both of your parents could have been on drugs. maybe they wasn't even whores. Maybe they were on drugs and your grandmother raised you and your grandmother could have been messy. Or, who even knows? But maybe your dad was a good person, but he didn't want to be with your mom because she was evil and she tried to poison your mind about him when in reality it was her. And oh my gosh, I know so many cases like that where the mom, she's bitter with your dad and she planted that bitterness in you. And it's really wrong because a good parent is not going to make their child hate the other parent because the other parent don't want them. You can't force someone to want you. That's embarrassing. Putting the child against the other parent for no reason, that's embarrassing for anyone that ever used their child, like, to not like their father or the mother. But mainly it's always the mom that try to put their kids against the dad because the dad don't want them. And these kids, they grow up hating their father, and it's just not right. It's not right. And it, again, like I said, it's just too many cases like that. And it's embarrassing. um Raising a child to be bitter is so wrong. To the adults that were raised with hate, don't let that upbringing show. Don't let it show. It's embarrassing. You're really embarrassing yourself. And I know, like, a lot of people like to say, "Oh yeah, yeah, my mom went over there, or my dad, yeah, he used to work there or whatever." But in reality, even if your mom went to this school or your dad worked that place, your parents are just fucking messy. So, and you got a lot of their messy ways. You got to let that shit go. You got to let that go. If you had messy parents, trifling parents, you know for a fact that they're messy and trifling. Oh my gosh, shake it off. Let it go. Don't be like them. Break that curse. Break that cycle. It's so important. You guys really don't understand how important it is, but break that cycle. Let positivity come from you. Let everything good come from you. Be a leader. So anything that comes from you or follows you, let it be something good. Your kids, your kids' kids, whoever, but just let positivity come from you. Break those cycles. Be a leader. Don't be a follower. If your upbringing was a bad one, bury it. Don't let it show. Don't let it show. Don't let it continue to grow. Cut it off. So, guys, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully, if you are a grown up that's hating for no reason, that's negative for no reason, trifling for no reason, messy for no reason, lying for no reason, bitter for no reason, or just because your parents was racist for no reason, you don't have to follow them. They were wrong. They were wrong. And if they are still alive, you need to tell them, hey, you know, you need to get that out of you. If your parents are still alive and they still have that messiness in them, you need to get healing, and you need to see if you can get them healed. But again, remember, like I said, break that cycle, break that curse. That does it for now, guys. Stay tuned for our next episode.